everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. It really does mean the world to me that you are willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content. And I just recently watched and reacted to the new trailer for the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. If you want, you can click on the little I button that will appear above, or you can go watch it in the description down below. But I have to say, I'm so incredibly excited for this movie. Much so more excited than I was for the first. And the sole reason for that is my introduction to Sonic the Hedgehog was through Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And so I've always had this dynamic that, for me personally, a Sonic game doesn't work unless I have Knuckles and I have Tails there with me. That's how I grew up, being exposed to Sonic the Hedgehog. And so watching a Sonic movie without Tails or Knuckles felt empty to me. But seeing that they're going to be debuting in this movie, I'm so incredibly excited. But that's actually what we're talking about in this video, Knuckles' debut, and why I think it's handled perfectly in the trailer, and I hope it's handled just as well in the movie, and I hope moving forward that Knuckles is treated just as importantly within the movie franchise. So I'm going to break down why I think Knuckles is such an incredibly important character right now. So if we look at the original Genesis games, okay, we go through 3 games before we get to Sonic 3, and that is of course Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic CD, and then of course Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And in that time, we get to spend a lot of time with Sonic. We understand what his abilities are, what his powers are. We see him defeat Robotnik throughout all the games. We see him defeat Silver Sonic. We see him defeat Metal Sonic. But in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, we see him come across an opponent that we have never truly experienced before, and that is Knuckles. So again, we've experienced 3 games of development with Sonic. And when we watched Sonic 3 begin, we see him in his super form, and we know just how powerful Sonic's super form is. And he's busy flying through the jungle, and what happens? A purple echidna jumps out of the ground and punches the super right out of him. Something we've never seen before. We are completely aware of how powerful Super Sonic is, yet this complete nobody, this complete stranger we have no experience with, is able to completely floor Super Sonic and steal the emeralds from him. And this is just a perfect way to just show Knuckles' power. He was able to stand up to Super Sonic, and if we look throughout the game, he's able to beat and trick Sonic at every step. And of course this is because we're on Angel Island, which is of course Knuckles' home territory, but near the end we also see that he's able to stand up to a super version of Mecha Sonic. Knuckles is the only playable character, the only main character, the only good character to ever stand up to a super version of an enemy in the original Genesis games. That just shows how incredibly powerful Knuckles is. In many ways, Knuckles is the complete opposite and rival to Sonic, even down to their color palette. And of course, this role would eventually get replaced by Shadow when he is basically debuted, and he pretty much takes Knuckles' place. But I think, and I really hope, that the movie franchise doesn't go this way. If we look at both Knuckles and Sonic, these are incredibly complex characters with completely different powers and movesets, but are able to work together so incredibly well. And so I'm hoping we see a lot of that throughout this movie universe. When we look at modern day Knuckles, he is a shell of his former self. He's lost all form of importance, and he's lost his role as Sonic's rival, of course being replaced by Shadow the Hedgehog. And I think what we see in the trailer is a perfect representation of the debut of Knuckles within the games. We see Sonic at his most powerful in the trailer, going full blast attacking Knuckles, and Knuckles is able to just stop it, much like he did back in the Genesis games. And so here we get a perfect parallel between the two. We get Knuckles declaring that he doesn't need Sonic's power, which is great and awesome and really made me freak out when I watched the trailer for the first time. And on the flip side, we get a visual demonstration of Knuckles removing Sonic's power in the Genesis game. So what am I trying to say without this whole video where I've basically been babbling and fanboying all over Knuckles? What I'm trying to say is, I really hope that we get respect on Knuckles' names with this movie franchise moving forward. The fact they cast Idris Elba as Knuckles really makes me excited and just shows me that they are willing to put power and care into the character of Knuckles. But I really hope they keep that going, and I really hope that Knuckles continues to be seen as an equal and a rival to Sonic moving forward, and he's not quickly replaced by a character like Shadow the Hedgehog and gets relegated to a minor or tertiary character as the franchise continues. If we look at any of the modern Sonic games, okay, even though Knuckles is no longer a violent rival to Sonic, or rather an antagonist to Sonic, but rather a friend and an ally, we never see Knuckles do the heavy lifting to help the Sonic team like he did in the original Genesis games, or even with the early Sonic Adventure titles. Knuckles was definitely much more crucial to the primary Sonic storyline than he is now. And I really hope that we get to see Knuckles staying with the higher ranking characters of the Sonic franchises moving forward. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Are you excited for this movie? Do you think that they're handling Knuckles correctly? Are you excited to see Tails? I'm so excited about everything this movie has to offer. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it if you haven't. Please subscribe. And I hope to see you again in another video.